Hello everyone, my name is Martin from Wind Information. I'm so glad to be here today and introduce Wind Financial Terminal to you. This round of the intern training camp runs from July 13th to July 17th, with sessions held every working day from Monday to Friday. The curriculum covers artificial intelligence, official tools, equities, bonds, funds, microeconomics, and an English special session focusing on overseas markets. Today's two courses are as follows. The first one is the Wind Hands-on Workshop, Master Essential Analytical Skills. So this session introduces fundamental practical skills for wind terminal operations. And the next session is the AI skills for interns, Boost Productivity with Alice. So that course demonstrates how to leverage Wind Alice to empower your daily workflow. This live session will last about 1 hour and 30 minutes. The final 10 minutes will be reserved for a guest Q&A session. Feel free to leave your questions in the comment section anytime during the live stream. Okay, so before we explore how to use our Wind Financial Terminal in your daily life, I'd like to briefly introduce us Wind as a company. Headquartered in Lujiazui, Shanghai, Wind is a leading provider of specialized financial software service. With 48 branches worldwide, Wind is a virtual partner for global financial institutions and government agencies. Wind's massive financial engineering and economic database covers global companies, stocks, bonds, funds, foreign exchange, derivatives, commodities, microeconomics, and news. It provides timely, accurate, complete, and objective data service 24/7. With outstanding product quality and a strong commitment to professional service, Wind has built long-term, stable, and in-depth partnerships with tens of thousands of financial institutions and government entities worldwide. Its client base includes investment banks, security firms, fund manager companies, insurance companies, commercial banks, trust companies, and other types of financial institutions, as well as national-level macroeconomic decision-making bodies and financial market regulators. These broad and deep relations not only attest to the industry-wide credibility of Wind's products and service, but also enable the company to gain a profound understanding of and continuously respond to the most cutting-edge and complex business needs of the financial sector. Data is the lifeblood of the financial industry, and Wind's core competitive edge lies in its comprehensive, high-quality, global-scale financial engineering and economic databases. These databases form the foundation for all of the company's analytics, applications, and intelligence service, and are built and maintained in strict accordance with industry standards and quality control procedures. With its strong comprehensive capabilities and continuous innovation capacity, Wind is fully equipped in terms of resource, technology, and experts to serve as an ideal long-term partner for financial institutions and government agencies worldwide, delivering stable, efficient, and secure financial information and intelligence services. Okay, so before I start today's demo, and I have two interesting stories or two training camp benefits to share with you. The first one is how we can get the full course resource package. So our full resource package contains the contents, for example, our course size, Excel templates, short key summary, and style empowerment course menu. So after you completing all courses, be careful, you should completing all the courses. So follow the official WeChat account that is Wind Wonder and send the keyword. You will receive the full resource package. Another good news I would like to share with you is the official certificate. Wind has launched the brand new Wind certification system, a fully online learning and assessment platform that supports self-paced learning and scenario-based training. So after you finish all the training and take the exam, you will receive an official certificate print with your full name and unique certificate identification. I would like to share with you how to participate in this, issue. So if you switch to our official website, as you can see on the screen, and here we have a column that is called the certification. Yeah, actually, you first do need to enter our official website, and here you can go to the certification. And after that, we will provide you with different courses. So if you take this course, it will help you to master the terminal, enhance your skill, and it will provide you with several practical learnings. So here are the courses, and feel free to take any course. And after you click and enter into the screen, you need to fill in your mobile phone number, and you need to receive the PIN number and log in into the website. Okay, so if you do not have a Wind account, you need to go to this way, like our official website, go to the certificate page and take the course. So if you have your Wind account and you can log in into your Wind financial terminal, you can just, let's switch to the terminal, type the help here, go to our help center, and here we will provide you the certification, and you can directly take these courses. Okay, so today our theme is Wind Hands-on Workshop, Master Essential Analytical Skills. I will walk you through how to use the Wind Financial Terminal to efficiently conduct investment research in daily practical scenarios. So picture this scenario. It's your first week on the job at 9 a.m. Your manager pulls you aside and says, young professionals like you ought to have a solid grasp of emerging concepts, trading topics, and hot industry verticals. He tasks you with delivering a 15-minute presentation at the morning briefing same time next week, laying out your full take on new energy and, let's say, BYD. What would you do? Would you pull up a candlestick chart and simply state the stock has rallied sharply, or open news websites and read news headlines word for word? Neither way counts as good analysis. When a professional market analyst gets any question, random separate pieces of information won't pop up into their head first. Instead, they immediately think of a clear analysis structure. The structure is just like planning the overall setup when writing computer code. It makes sure your ideas are believable and fully logical with no gaps. So in today's class, I will walk you through how to build this analysis framework. We will put together a professional morning meeting presentation step by step. By the end of this lesson, you will not only understand the hype around the industry analysis, but also be able to explain the core logic behind it clearly. Our sharing today is divided into three core parts. First, we will start from the micro level, when you need to analyze the global economic landscape, international trade dynamics, tariff policies, and other top-down factors. I will show you how to use Wind to carry out efficient micro and industry research, including industry competition patterns and segmented track analysis. Second, once we have identified promising industries, we will focusing on how to quickly use Wind's data screening tools to identify potential or high-quality companies within the entire sector. And third, after the initial screening in step 2, we will dive deeper into comprehensive company analysis, including competitive position, business revenue structure, corporate risks, financial health, and more. Ultimately, we will verify whether a company is truly worthy of investment. Through this complete research workflow, we can transfer complex information into clear, data-driven analysis logic. Okay, so actually before we officially begin, I'd like to give a brief introduction to the Wind Financial Terminal. So let's switch to the terminal. Okay, so if you open the terminal and go to the home page, you can see what we will get on the screen. Okay, so once you log in, on the left-hand side of the home page, functions are categorized by different usage scenarios, such as stock, bond, commodity, foreign exchange, and so on. Today we will mainly use functions related to stock. So after you click the stock section, the right-hand panel displays modules organized by different research and application needs. For instance, if you need to access corporate information or the latest laws and regulations, there is a market info. For traders monitoring the real-time market trends of companies, we provide the real-time calls. Since our focus today is, corporate and industry research, we will mainly use the data center for data analysis. Using these tools is straightforward. So if you are curious about the feelings of these companies, just click this function and you will go to this function directly. So actually our terminal do offers hundreds of tools tailored to your daily workflows across various financial institutions. So for most users, only 2 to 3 functions are commonly used, including several we will cover today. So you can add frequently used functions to my shortcuts at the top for quick access. I will show you how to do that. So on the top right corner over here, you can click this symbol, and here we can find Manage My Shortcut. Yes, after you click into it, it is our shortcut bar. And on the left-hand side, we've got the function list. The function list also arranges all different functions into different categories, such as bonds, funds, such as bonds, stocks, etc. And yeah, let's take stocks as an example. You can click the icon here, and here are all the functions related to stocks. If you are curious about, let's take the Data Explorer as an example, and you will commonly use this function, so you can double click it, and this Data Explorer will be added to the right. Okay, some of you may already find if you add this function into the, your favorite function, then it will disappear on the left-hand side. So just be careful whether the function you need has already added to the right-hand side. And let's say if you are curious about the latest news, you can top this function, and after that you can arrange all the functions you are commonly used, or in other words, your favorite. After that, once you close these settings, and all commonly used functions will be added to the top. You can directly click any one of them and get quick access to this function. Okay, so next, in the bottom right corner of the main page, you will find the terminal keyboard. So here are 2 ways that I can use this keyboard. The first one is you can type any security code here, such as let's say 002594. Yes, that's the BYD. You can press enter and quickly get access to the real-time code of BYD. Or you can enter the company name, so that is straightforward. You can type the BYD here, and also you can get quick access to the individual stock codes. And you can also enter the shortcut codes to jump directly, and in fact, the shortcuts for most functions are simply the English abbreviation. So what does this mean? If you go back to the home page, and for example, we've got the industry center or the product database here. So actually, you can see there is an English abbreviation on the right-hand side. So for product database, that is the PDB. You can type the product P data D base B over here, and if you press enter, yes, you can get quick access to this function. Okay, cool. So finally, at the very top of the interface, you will see there is a function that is called Alice. This is our built-in artificial intelligence tool. You can click on it to enter the AI workspace. Powered by all the data within the financial terminal, Alice delivers professional, efficient, and accurate answers to any financial-related questions you may have. Feel free to ask it almost everything. But today we will also demonstrate how to use our artificial intelligence tools across different research scenarios. And actually we do have this session later. Okay, let's go back to the slides. And okay, let's move on. First, let's construct micro and industry frameworks. First, when you need to conduct research and analyze from microeconomics down to industry level, we can quickly access all the data we need through our economic database. So let's switch to the terminal and let me show you how to do that. From the home page, under the micro section, we have a function that is called the economic database. Or you can type economic database, that is EDB over here. Okay, so once you enter into this function, on the left-hand side is the indicator selection area, where we can choose all the indicators. After selecting the suitable indicators, we can adjust indicators on the right-hand side. In addition, economic database can automatically generate charts and reports for us. So I will show you how to do that. First, in the search box at the top, we can directly search for any economic indicator. For example, if we type the GDP over here, our economic database will return the corresponding results based on relevance. Below, we can further filter indicators by region, frequency, and sources. I would highly recommend a function that is called the status. If you want the indicators you added are all active and will continuous update, so you can select the active over here and press OK. Alright, here if you find the ideal indicator you want, you can double click or you can click the add function over here to quickly add it to the panel on the right. Okay, now here is a question. When we want to study a certain topic, such as a specific aspect of the microeconomy, or which economic indicators are affected by a particular event, how can we find the relevant indicators by event or scene? To solve this, we have our Alice EDB, which use artificial intelligence to analyze which indicators are needed for a given economic issue. We can click this icon and we can enter into the Alice model. And here, let me provide you with an example. So let's just ask her, what are the key indicators when do national economic analysis? Okay, so our Alice economic database will then automatically find all the relevant indicators for you. Here, she will show you all the searching process. First, she will searching the data, and then she will arrange all the data, or in other words, all the related indicators to this topic and arrange them to different themes, and finally provide you with the answer. And in this screen, we also provide you several materials. For example, some recommended questions. Feel free to use them. And we also provide you with a use guide. You can also click it to check what we've got or what we provide you in this scenario. Okay, just wait for a minute. Our Alice will use the deep research model and finally provide you with the result. Here you can see she answered the question based on the microeconomic, the price level, the employment, the international balance of payments, and many other aspects. And you can also ask her to do more aspects. For example, I will ask her to create a graph and with several selected indicators. Let's take the total GDP, the CPI, and the PPI. And also the exports and the imports amounts. And don't forget to use the code function here. Yes. Create a graph with these selected indicators and please display the latest values and change to the recent 10 years to show me the graph. Then our Alice will load this data, processing this data, convert this data to the graph, and finally provide me with the related graph which label out the latest values and change to the recent 10 years. And if you need a simple data interpretation of the chart to generate a basic report, you can just click the Alice Insights over here, and it will automatically produce a summary report for you. Also, you can continue chatting with Alice Economic Database on the left to find more indicators and generate more charts, then add them to the right panel to build a complete report. Okay, so these are the basic usage of our economic database. How we can choose indicators, adjust these indicators, and how we can add these indicators to the right panel. And also I show you a basic example about how to use our Alice economic database. Remember, first, enter into our Alice model. Second, type any question you want to ask. Third, find key indicators and double-click to add them. Also, you can add to the AI chart or the AI insights to fulfill your personal report. Besides microeconomic research, economic database also supports industry research. I will use a specific industry research case to demonstrate basic economic database functions, including indicator search, indicator calculation, and how to process data to obtain the final results and charts you need. So when conducting industry research, China's new energy vehicle sales hit 1.25 million units in March, accounting for 43.2% of total new car sales. Exports surged 130% to 371,000 units, reinforcing global market momentum. So let's take the new energy vehicles as an example. Suppose we want to analyze the sales volume of new energy vehicles in China, also the year-over-year growth rate or monthly sales, and the difference in sales volume between the pure electric and the plug-in hybrid vehicles. These are the subsectors of the new energy vehicles. Let's switch to the terminal. Let me create a new template. Don't save it. And exit the LS model. The first step that we use this function is to search for these indicators. The first one is the pure electric vehicles. Okay, so here we will get the result. So that is the sales of new energy vehicles in China. Remember, we can double-click it and add this indicator to the right. Well, you can also use the search bar on the top to search for the plug-in hybrid, the total sales of new energy vehicles. But I would highly recommend another function that is called the related series. Okay, so here we will rank all the related indicators of this one, the pure electric, by the recommend star. Or in other words, so when the analysts add this indicator, what other indicators they will find based on this topic. Here we can find this is the plug-in one, and this is the total sales of new energy vehicles. If you choose this box and then use add, these two indicators will also be added to the red panel. Okay, so let's move on. If we just look at the row numbers, let me show you how to do that. You can press the Control on your keyboard, choose these two indicators. Okay, you can see the actual statistics of these two indicators over here. And we can find it looks like the pure electric vehicles have higher sales than the plug-in ones. But comparing the numbers one by one is, really inconvenient. That's exactly why our charting function is so important. If we switch the chart, actually our economic database will automatically generate the chart. You can see clearly. But here comes another question. How much higher are plug-in hybrid sales compared to pure electric vehicles? So if we go back to the indicator section over here, we can use a function that is inter-indicator calculation. So remember, the pure electric will be the higher one. So first we will choose the pure electric and right-click this indicator. We can find the inter-indicator calculation over here. This allows you to perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, and divide function over here. And in this case, I will take, the pure electric subtract the plug-in one. Be careful about the order and the ID of these two indicators. After I choose the confirm, we will get a new indicator that is called the difference between these two. But the name of the indicator is too long that we cannot see it clearly. So let me right-click this indicator and use this rename function. We can change it just to the difference. Oh, sorry. Rename and delete this one. Okay, cool. So here we've got these three indicators. Actually, the pure electric, and you can press the Control on your keyboard, the difference, and the plugin one. You can click the load and you can switch to the chart, and actually it will display all the 3 lines. Well, I will extract the data first, then rename this one. But there is still a small issue. All 3 are lines, and I find it a bit hard to read these statistically. For example, I will check whether the difference are all above 0. So here I've got another function that is the indicator panel. And we can click this panel, and here we can switch the difference to the column chart. Okay, here we go. Much clearer now. We can adjust this based on our own needs. So once we do this, we can see the difference is quite significant, and all the bars for the difference stay above 0. So why are the pure electric ones more popular than the plug-in hybrids? I will make a guess here. Probably benefit from the license plate policies, and the tax incentives are also strong. That's why sales are much higher. Some of you might ask to change it to a clustered bar chart or similar. On the left-hand side, we provide you with different categories, or in other words, different types of charts. They are all organized by function. If my goal is to see the correlation of these 2 indicators, it will recommend a scatter plot for me. Okay, the final function I would like to recommend in the economic database is, if you want to continue work next time, here you can use this save template function. I will name it to the new energy one. And click the confirm. Next time, when you open our economic database, you can use the open template function over here, and here you can find the new energy. And I've already made many templates over here, and for example, if you choose the previous template, yes, that's the global benchmark bond yields and financial indicators I've made before to analyze the treasury yield of different government bonds over different countries. So after you open this template, you can continue your previous work. And finally, don't forget, we've got another function that is the export. If you click the export here, you can download all the statistics you find in our economic database. We provide you with the original data, and also you can choose to download the Excel function. It will export a wind Excel function that will help you to upload all the latest indicators once you open the Excel file. Okay, so we just covered how to use our economic database for microeconomic and industry research. In addition, our terminal has 2 other highly practical functions to support your analysis. First, let's switch the terminal and go back to the home page. Still at the micro section here, we provide you with the market reports. It is one of Wind's featured sections. So under the micro model, you will find the China micro report. It contains all microeconomic related topics and reports. For example, if you want to analyze the foreign trade, how will you do that? So you can see actually we have this column, and by clicking the global relevance analysis, you will find all the relevant charts and data inside. Still remember, we provide you with the download function. You can click the button at the top right corner to export it to the Excel file. So actually we will export all the related indicators, and we will draw the graph for you. Let me open the Excel file and let's take a look at what we will get in this topic. Oh, sorry. Yes. So actually you can try this later. So once you export all the statistics and finally when you open this Excel file, you can see we will provide you with the statistics and also the graph for you. So you can use this function to quickly download all the indicators related to your topic. Okay, so feel free to use the function and find the topic that you are interested in. Another function is when it comes to the industry research, wind industry is an exclusive tool to developed by wind and specifically for industry analysis, which contains a vast amount of authoritative industry data. Okay, so let's switch to the stock, and here we got this function that is the industry center. Or you can type wind industry over here and press enter to go to this function. Well, starting from the end of February 2026, the volume of artificial intelligence large model causing China surpassed that of the United States for the first time and has remained higher for more than 5 consecutive weeks up to now. This shows the strong momentum in the development of artificial intelligence large models in China. So let's just take the software industry as an example. So here you can search the software over here. And yeah, they are all the related industry to the software. So press enter, you can enter into this industry. And also, if we find this function over here, we can choose the software function over here. First of all, if I'm not familiar with the industry and want to learn about its details, industry classification and the business models, here we provide you with the encyclopedia. It can help us gain the in-depth insights, including the global market structure. Yes, and also we will provide you with different aspects of this industry. Okay, to study an industry, we want to analyze the overall industry performance as well as that of major listed companies. For these two scenarios, we'll provide you with different functions. The first one is the financial data. So for example, you can see the current gross profit margin of the whole industry is over here, 47.6%. The overall financial performance of the industry can also serve as a benchmark when you evaluate individual companies. In addition, we provide data on all listed companies. And here, if you scroll down, we can see more columns. And here we provide you with the listed companies section. You can conduct the horizontal comparisons of their market performance and valuation analysis of their of these listed companies to identify those with relatively strong performance. And finally, if you want to find important industry news, the updates, and the recent policies and the regulations, you can go to the industry information. And as you can see on the screen, the software industry is, currently very active with a large amount of latest news and hot topics every day. Okay, so this is the two important functions I would like to share with you when you are doing the microeconomic and industry research. Yes, we've talked a lot about this topic and covered all the related functions to the microeconomic and the industry. So we just have a 10-minute mid break and see you in 10:50. Okay, let's continue our topic. Once we have constructed our micro and industry frameworks, the second step is target screening and valuation analysis to identify potential target companies. When we need to identify the target companies in the market, our Access Data Explorer enables us to quickly screen and extract the comprehensive historic data of these companies within an industry, allowing for horizontal comparisons to determine which firms are performing well. Let's switch to the terminal and you can quickly access this function by typing the Access Data Explorer in the bottom right corner. Or you can find this function from the stock section under the data center, and here we provide you with the Access Data Explorer. Okay, so continuing our previous discussion, if I want to analyze all these companies in the, let's say, information technology industry, the first step is in the bottom left corner over here. We need to select the range. You can find here we provide you with different markets, the Chinese mainland stocks, the Hong Kong stocks, Taiwan stocks, the US stocks, and etc. And if you click this tag, that is the China mainland stocks, we will provide you with different classifications by market or by different industry. And here we provide you with the wind industry, and you can find the wind information technology over here. Also, you can use this search bar. Let's try the information technology. Okay, cool. And you can find all the related sectors. So there are different classifications and stocks which contains the information technology in their name over here. Okay, once you find the ideal industry you want to analyze, double click this tag and you can add all the listed companies to the right. Okay, so the second step is on the top here, you can find all the indicators you would like to analyze. We also provide you with the China mainland stocks and the global equity indicator. Let's try the China mainland one. And if you are curious about the valuation analysis, and actually we do have this kind of tag over here. We can find like the P ratio, the PB ratio, and the market cap over here. These are the key indicators when we are doing the valuation analysis. Well, actually we provide you with 3 different kinds of P ratios and several different kinds of PB ratio over here. And if you are curious about what are the difference of these 3 indicators, you can right click this indicator, and here we will provide you with the indicator help. Okay, as you can see, we will provide you the interpretation, the algorithm, the parameter, and the results of this indicator. Hope will help your research. Yeah, after you choose, let's choose the TTM one, and after you double click this indicator, the third step is you need to edit the parameter. We've already confirmed what kind of industry, the information technology we want to research, and what kind of aspect like the PE and PB ratio we want to analyze when we're doing the valuation analysis. But here comes another question is when and what kind of what kind of parameter or indicator we want to find. The parameter editor means that we need to confirm several parameters that will affect the final result. For example, the time period, and the calculation methods. So once you choose the most suitable one, for example, the last closing date, we can click the OK over here. And finally, you can click the load. Don't forget this step, and you can extract all the data. Well, in addition, if you are not sure which data to use in your analysis, our Wind provides you with the Wind template. You can find this one on the top left corner over here. Let's try another example. If you want to analyze the growth ability of these listed companies, you can double-click this panel, that is the growth ability. Then we will automatically provide you with different indicators, like the earnings per share, the operating revenue, and the total assets. We will use the latest information, or in other words, the latest parameter, and add them to the panel. What you need to do is just double-click the industry you would like to discover, and then it will automatically find all the related statistics. Okay, the final step is, don't forget, we also provide you with the save template function, and you can export all the statistics to your computer for later use. Okay, so after analyzing the overall industry and identifying the target listed companies, the next step is to verify the company. We need to examine its profitability, news and market segments, risk factors, and whether forecasts from other institutions are positive. Through this in-depth analysis, we conduct a second check to confirm whether the company is truly worthy of investment, rather than being misled by strong short-term data or overlooking potential hidden risks that could lead to problems later on. For this purpose, description serves as the encyclopedia for listed companies. You can either double-click a listed company directly or enter its name or stock code in the bottom right corner to access its real-time code page. And from there, you can press the F9 on the keyboard or click the F9 button on the top right corner to enter the description model. I will show you how to do that. The first way, you can double-click these list companies, or remember, we can, from the home page and actually from the keyboard, we can 00, let's try the stock code 00, actually 24, sorry, or if you don't remember this code, you can type the name, yeah, that is the BYD, and press enter to go to the real-time code of this list company. And the function I would like to recommend is you can press the F9 on your keyboard, or you can click the F9 over here, and you will go to the description model. Actually, we do provide you with many different aspects of this list company on the left-hand side, and we will tell you how to use these columns step by step. First one, if you are curious about the major shareholders, or to be honest, who own this company and has the rights of this company, here we provide you with the ownership. And you can check the top 10 shareholders, the shareholder quantities and other information based on this column. And another question is, which investors are keen on buying the stock, institutional or individual investors. The increase or decrease in holdings by institutional investors is representative. The institutional investors are relatively professional and forward-looking. So here we provide you with the trading analysis, and you can find the bulk trade, the trading by major shareholders, and also the abnormal trading over here. Another question is, how has its financial performance been in recent years? This includes not only its revenue and profit or loss figures, but also whether its revenue growth has kept pace with the industry average or remained competitive. So here we've got another function that is the financial analysis, which is really helpful to you. You can find the operating capability, the goalsing, the cash flow analysis, and the dew point analysis over here. And you can find whether the growth rate or the profit or loss figures of this company is, keep pace with the industry average or above the average. The final question over here is, what is the volume of positive and negative public segment, and what are the different perspectives of various media outlets towards this company? So the negative news and the positive news account will largely influence the current stock price or the emotion of the market to this company. So here we provide you with another function over here that is the news and feelings. And here actually we do provide you with two functions. The first one is the Alice Informate. Our Alice will arrange all different news and summarize them to provide you with the latest summary. You can see the Alice summarized 170 news for BYD, arrange all the similar information, and finally provide you with the report. Also, you can check the original news on the right-hand side, and here you can expand all the news and see the detailed information of these news. Another function I would like to share with you is here you can click to the news function to check the original news. And we do have the stock exchange interactive platform information of this news and the public opinions of the companies. Here we draw a graph that is the public opinion index. That means an emotion of market to the price of the stock. You can see the actual media name and the negative news proportion based on this median of this company. It shows different emotions on different platforms, and also whether these emotions largely influence the stock price of this company. Okay, so the last part is the corporate financial data quality analysis. Here I will explain how to conduct in-depth analysis in combination with our traditional function and also our artificial intelligence products. First, continue our topic. When conducting an in-depth analysis of a company, we may need its underlying data and original annual report data for thorough analysis. Okay, we still provide this kind of data in our financials. Actually, we provide you with the balance sheet, the income statement, and the cash flow one. Okay, let's click into the income statement. And here we arrange all the financial statistics into tables, and we'll provide you with different underlines. Click on an underlying item, and you will be able to view the original annual report data here, facilitating your efficient in-depth analysis. In addition, if you want to conduct a business analysis of the company from different perspectives of items and business segment, we provide you with the segment revenue. You can segment them by items and by the business of this company. Okay, so this can help analyze the competitiveness of the company's various business lines. For an entrepreneurial, especially those in certain specific industries, the intellectual property represents its core competitiveness and irreplaceable value. So in this column, we do provide you with the this kind of information, like because we provide you with different columns, you can also use the search bar over here. Let's try this one, the intellectual property. Yes, we can click this column and it will jump to this aspect. You can see we provide detailed data broken down by different categories, like the innovation, pet snap, and we classify them by the trademark, the patent, the copyrights, and the certification. Lastly, we offer a peer comparison feature, allowing you to conduct horizontal comparison of the overall performance between the target company and, actually up to 10 closest peers. Take the comprehensive compass, and here we can choose the comparable company based on market value, income, or profits. And we provide you with the 10 closest one, or you can choose the 10 highest one and compare them in this industry. Okay, cool. This is allowing you to conduct the horizontal comparisons of the overall performance between your target companies in this industry, and whether top ranked or specifically select for in-depth research. By benchmarking against these 10 closest comparable companies, you can identify areas where the entrepreneurials needs to improve. Okay, so in the stock section, we also have a dedicated wind column that is called the stock market overview. It contains a variety of special stock reports. From the analysis we just went through, we have actually established a complete analytical framework. However, we may still need to understand the company's performance and the various thematic dimensions. For example, whether the company has, let's say, the abnormal trading. It's an important aspect when evaluating its overall performance and risk. With the stock market overview, you can quickly locate relevant data reports and the different scenarios. Let's switch to the terminal, and from the home page, under the stock section, we've got the market reports. You can click into the A-share market. Remember, let's continue our topic, that is the abnormal trading. So this related to the secondary market. You can click and enter into this column. Then all the reports, or in other words, all the topics are related to the secondary market, that are the trading volume, the trading return, and the percentage change in the market. We still provide you with the search bar over here. You can search, let's say, the abnormal trading. We can click this column, and actually this is under the stock trading information section. All the reports support data export and download. You can click this export here and download these statistics. This helps you to conduct a more in-depth and comprehensive analysis from different aspects to the market and also to the single stock. Okay, so finally, let's dive straight into experiencing our Alice together. So let's switch to the terminal and simply click the Alice icon located centrally at the top, or you can type the A chat into the keyboard to swiftly open our Alice chat. First thing first, I just want to make a disclaimer that everything we show today is for demonstration purpose only. So there is no investment suggestions, and the answers Alice provides are also for your reference only. Thanks to Alice's shameless integration with our Win database, the real-time data and graphical representations are just a click away. Imagine you are interested in global market, then Alice will help us do economic analysis as we requested. Let me show you an example. Let me just ask her, what are the top 10 best performing stocks on Nasdaq as of July 2026? Okay, so this use case is where Alice can help us screen out the stocks we want. Alice will promptly reveal the rankings along with detailed company profiles and insights into the factors driving their stock price increase. For the leading stock, we might discover that its substantial growth is due to the significant advancements in research and development. This information allows you to efficiently filter and identify stocks that align with your investment criteria. For example, you can further ask Alice to list their financial ratios in a table. Okay, so there will be no data gathering job at your end. Let's just wait for a second and we can see what we've got on the top. Actually, our Alice will first provide you with the thinking and execution purpose. You can see she is using our MCP and agent to answering your question. She used an MCP that is aggregate research for the top 10 stocks and then rank them by their average yield. And all the answers provided by Alice, then you can find there is a bullet point in each paragraph that shows the data or the news she used as reference. You can double check or you can check the accuracy, whether she answered your question based on accurate data and what is the data source. Okay, here you can see she will find all the information or all the financial data of these listed companies and arrange them in the table. And it ensures transparency by providing the data source, and you have the option to export this valuable information for your records. You just need to click the download function here and you can save them as a PDF document or the Word file. Okay, so for this topic, I will show you more examples and how Alice can help you in more complicated scenarios in the next session, the session in the afternoon. And also, we will discover more insights into our artificial intelligence based on different topics. So, just wait for several hours and I hope I can see you later. Okay, so finally, don't forget, for our training camp, we have provided you with the benefits. The first one is don't forget to subscribe our WeChat account, and then after the training, if you send a message, you will get all the our PowerPoint, our files during our camp. And another benefit I would like to share with you is, let me repeat this step. So if you already have a Wind account, you can log into the Wind Financial Terminal and press the shortcut key Help over here. Yes. You can enter into the Help Center and we provide you with the Wind certification. It will help you to master the terminal, enhance your skill, and we will provide you with the practical learnings. And also we provide you with different certification courses like the entry level, the derivatives, the credit bonds. You can click and enter into any courses. You can take this course and take the exam over here. And finally, yes, we will provide you with the certification with your name and identification. Okay, so if you do not have the Wind account, then no worry. Let me go to the website. Yes. So once you go to our official website, that is over here. And you can find the certification over here. You can click and enter into the certification. That is still the similar, interface. And once you click into the course, you need to use your mobile phone to log in into to receive the PIN number, and after that to log in into the website, and you can still take these courses and use the Wind Financial Terminal to sit for exams. Okay, so that's all about this session in the morning, and thank you for the participation. And the last issue I would like to share with you is how to join our channel. The first one, if you want to see the live stream or the replay of this course, you can download the Win3C app and subscribe to the column. And all the replays will also available on our YouTube channel after the live sessions. You can go to the YouTube website and you can subscribe our official channel that is called the Wind Information. After you subscribe this channel, we will later upload this record and hope this session will help you in your daily work. Okay, let me just check whether you have any question, and remember we have 10 minutes Q&A part. So if you have any question, you can feel free to ask now, and yes, I will answer your question directly. And if you don't have any question, thank you for your participation. And remember, we have another session in the afternoon. We will tell you some complicated examples and how we can use our Wind Alice to help you in your daily work. Thank you. See you. Okay, I just wait for several seconds and let me check whether anyone has questions. Okay, I just double check and I think no one has question. Well, no worries. If you have any question, feel free to leave in the the comment, and I will solve your question later, or I will solve your question in the afternoon session. And still thank you for your participation and see you in the next